that. Okay, now I'm live everywhere. Hi, everybody. I have to do this way. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Nice to see you here. Um, so, I want to talk about the power of thought. Something very interesting happened with a client of mine that called me. I hadn't talked to them for a few years, and I used to know them in California. They would come to me for hands-on healing. She would come to me for hands-on healing, and then she moved to another state. And occasionally, I would get a message from her on either Facebook or Instagram. She always follows me, and then she made a session, virtual session. So this is what she said. So she was having a really, really bad day um, last week. And she was trying to figure out why she was having a bad day. What happened? So all day long, she had a bad day. We all have bad days, and we can like figure out I didn't sleep enough, I wasn't feeling good, I had an argument with my spouse or somebody important in your life. We can figure out why we have a bad day. But this one, she just couldn't figure out what was going on. So she gets up, she goes to work. It's a regular work day. And she has like an awful day. Everything was going wrong. She wanted to go right. She was going left. She needed to click this. She was clicking that. It was just a total mess. She didn't do anything. She wasn't able to like be productive at all. So she stayed late in order to be able to do some things, and it just wasn't working out. She heads home. And on her way home, she was like, I can't believe this. I had such a bad day. And she started all her negative thinking that she had let go in a very long time. And all this negative thinking, even to the point of why am I here on earth? Why can't God just take me home? I don't understand. She's having all these emotions come up, and she's not catching that she's having all these negative thoughts. And she says, out of the blue, a deer jumps in front of her car. And she goes, RC, I usually see the deer like way in front of me, and I can slow down and I can let them go, or I even come to a full stop until they go. But this one, she says, jump right in front of my car, and braked so hard, and the tires were making that on the asphalt noise, and that is what scared the deer away. And it was just one deer. It went into the woods. And she just shook her head like, I can't believe this. She drove some more. On her way home, another deer did the same exact thing. Jumped right in front of her car, and she had to brake the same way. She got home and went to bed. She was like, I could not wait for that day to finish. Next day, she makes an appointment with me, and a few days later was her appointment, and she goes, what was going on? What was going on? Why did I have a bad day? So it's, sometimes we have a bad day. Think of it. We have 365 days in a year. Sometimes we have bad days. That's it. Don't make a big deal out of it. But the significance here is the two deers that jumped in front of her. This is very significant because she was thinking about leaving Earth. And I've said this before. The universe does not care what you are thinking. The universe always says yes. If this is your wish, I will abide with it. If this is what you want, I will abide with it. The universe does not know the difference between negative thinking and positive thinking. The universe does not know if you're trying to create something amazing or if you're trying to create something bad. You do. Her emotions, her intention, her attention towards her bad day was so strong that when she wished she just wants to go back, the universe says, here you go. And I said to her, so you're at the point in your life where manifestation is easy. And I said, guess what? Many, many people are. Many people have reached this point. So it is your choice. Now I'm talking to you who are listening to me. It is your choice what you want to manifest, what you want to create in your life. You can create it. All it takes is this intention, attention, and this deep desire that this is what you want. And that is all you have to do. Because we are at a point as humanity, we are at a point where manifestation is way easier than ever before. I mean, many people before could manifest easily, but that is because they've brought up their vibration. But now, the universe is immediately handing you your wishes. So make them good. Make them something that will not benefit only you and your family, but that would benefit all of humanity. And how do you do that? Wish for something that brings you joy. Wish for something that alivens you, that lights up that fire within you, lights up your passion within you. Something that makes you laugh and makes others laugh. When you are happy, when you are filled with joy and passion and always have a smile on your face, do you not think for 1 second that vibration, that joy does not affect the people that see you? Even when you walk into the grocery store, even if you're not laughing those few minutes, you walk into you are still vibrating. That energy affects, you're driving down the road. That energy affects people in the cars that are all around you, people that are walking on the sidewalks. There is a lady, a friend of mine, that is watching now. She's a reverend. And at first, I couldn't understand it. But she always had a smile on her face. All her pictures, she's smiling and laughing, and she's having so much joy. I loved it, but I could not comprehend it. So you can appreciate something without understanding it. We really don't know how a flower grows other than we put the seed in there and we water it and then it grows, right? but we don't understand all the little compartments about how it actually grows. And then one day I realized I don't need to understand this. All I need to do is appreciate it and love it and wish the same for me. What is it that you see in your daily life? Or maybe something you've seen in the past that has made a impression in you, that is what you want, that would be bring you joy, that will bring you passion, lighten you up. Go for that, manifest that. How can you bring life to that? That is the question. Ask yourself questions that will result in inquiry and curiosity and a dialogue with your own higher self and even with other people. How can you do this? How can I manifest what I want? And sometimes, again, that's not the question. How does the flower grow from a seed into a beautiful flower? Sometimes we don't need to know the details. All we need to know is that this is what you want. This is what I want. I want it because it's going to bring me joy. I want it because it's going to put a smile on my face. I want it because with this, I will also vibrate at a higher frequency and I will help humanity in the way that I do. People who are even grumpy and they seem miserable and they don't seem that they have it, that they get it, they still make a note. They notice they may not want to accept it because sometimes we're stubborn, sometimes we are just we have our I don't know if they say this in English or not, but we say have your 2 feet in one shoes, which is hard to walk with one shoe, and having both feet in one shoe, it's hard to walk, it's hard to move forward, right? So sometimes we're stubborn, sometimes we have our ego that sometimes takes charge. It's natural, nothing to blame yourself about, nothing to put yourself down about, but they still notice. And that's what's amazing. Because they'll notice, and if they want it, they'll take it, and then they'll meet somebody else, they'll notice, and then if they want it, they'll take it, and then somebody else, and then whenever they're ready, should it be their path in life, should it be something they want, they will take it into their heart and accept it. Now, I do want to talk about being hard on ourselves. Oh, wow. Most of us can get an A plus, 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 plus on how hard we can be on ourselves and how much we can criticize ourselves and how we can take one thing that goes wrong, like my client having a bad day, but then it becomes a spiral, downhill spiral of our emotions. We're so good at it. And this is something else I would love for you to manifest, to stop judging yourself. I read this thing on a social media, uh, a 22-year-old kid that is about to finish college. Like, not only he's like a 4.0 average, but I mean, he was in all these. I have no idea, and I don't remember what the clubs are that are for students that are like, top of the college scores, uh, full time student, part time works, uh, is in all the high level classes, being hard on himself, that he feels that he is a loser because he should be able to support himself and already own a house, and he should have already had a job by now, even though he won't be starting it until after graduation. And he just went on and on and on about how disappointed he was in himself. I was scratching my head and I'm like, there's something I missed in this message. I have to read this message again. There's something I've missed in this message. And I kept reading it, and it was the same thing. Here is a brilliant young man in college doing awesome on top of it all, works part time, pays for all his expenses, and he is thinks he should already have a full time job and he should already be buying a house. And people were all like, other people were commenting that he shouldn't, know he's doing great. And of course, I made the same comment. I said, I don't know you, young man, but I am so proud of you. We really, really, as humans, forget to celebrate achievements. We think just because we ace exam, let's say, we cannot achieve celebrate that, because if we do that means we're lazy. No, we just keep it up, keep going. If you have a home and you're making your mortgage payments, and in 1 year you get to make 2 3 extra mortgage points, you, payments, you don't need to be hard on yourself to say, why didn't I make 12 extra mortgage points? You need to say, I am so happy. I am so happy I made these few extra mortgages this year. Next year, I want to do more. How can I go about doing more? Give credit where credit is due. We can't always say by being hard on ourselves is the only way we will achieve anything. Sometimes we need to be, but not all the time. The thought, the philosophy of being hard on your child in order for them to achieve more in their life is old school. Have you ever not heard of, when you compliment your employees, when you tell them that they're doing a great job, that they want to do better? Because because the boss has noticed it. The boss has noticed you're doing a great job. The teacher has noticed you're doing a great job. You have noticed you're doing a great job. And you're like, I accomplished this. I did this. Now let me do a little bit more. That idea of being hard on your friends, on your parents, on your children, on your coworkers, on yourself, worst of all, on yourself, is old school and it's not working anymore. And remember one thing, if somebody is hard on you, they're being 10 times harder on themselves. Even if they don't show it, mentally, that is where they are. They expect less from you than they expect from themselves. So, whatever it is that they're saying they expect from you, they expect from themselves 10 times more. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right that they should be so hard on you, but it will maybe help you understand that that is just how they're thinking. Sometimes understanding where people are coming from helps us look at the situation a little differently. It it helps to take the edge off of it. And probably this is a lot for, this young man that wrote the post about not being so disappointed in himself. That's where this is coming from. Those are the kids I am talking to here. And of course, as adults, when we grow up like that, we continue to be like that. And then we treat people like that. And then it becomes a vicious cycle, because then you get married and have children, you treat your children that way. And then they grow up and they treat their children that way, or they grow up and become resentful of you for being so hard on yourself. At some point, we gotta put a stop to it. You need to put a stop to it. You need to put a stop to it in your own mind and catch yourself when you're being judgmental, when you're being criticized, and ask yourself, okay, I did this. I could have done it better. How is thinking, punishing myself, being negative about myself, criticizing myself, and beating myself up for it, how is this helping me? Am I feeling better? Is this the way to open the door for joy and accomplishment and happiness and creation of something magnificent? Or is this the other door where I will continue to beat myself up? Which door would you like? Being self aware, catching yourself, journaling. Somebody asked me, and I think I've mentioned this before. Somebody said to me, I'm busy all day long. From the moment I get up, I get my kids ready, then I have to take them to school, then I go to work. From work, I just have a few minutes to go grocery shopping, go pick up the kids, take them home, make dinner, help them with their homework. I put them to bed, and I only have maybe an hour to myself, and I just want to chill. I just want to watch TV and have a glass of wine. I am not going to feel guilty about that. And I said, 100% you shouldn't. You should take that 1 hour. But here's an idea. After you drop the kids at school, is your work 5 minutes, 10 minutes away? She goes, it's about 20 minutes away. I go, okay. In those 20 minutes, can you put on your phone the recording and record a journal? Just speak into your phone and record it. All of our phones have a recording, and they also have most people have their email. You can open up an email and speak into your email and it will type it for you. And now your journal is typed. All you need to do when you get home, maybe at the end of the week on a Saturday or Sunday, download them all into a Word document. And you have begun your journal. And yeah, if you haven't written a journal, it's like, what do I write? At the beginning, you will write, the weather was nice, there was traffic to go to work, I did laundry. It will seem awkward. But after a while, you will start writing about this person said this and it upset me. I said this to this person and I could have phrased it better. Then you will start thinking about why didn't you phrase it better? You've done that before with others, and you'll start remembering emotions towards that friend, that colleague, animosity. And a lot of people don't want to write about those things, or they don't want to even face them, that I am angry with this person. I am frustrated with this person. I am jealous of this person because they're doing way better at work than I am. But you got to face those realities. It's the only way to dissolve them. Because once you face something, it's out in the open. As long as it's in the closet of our minds and hearts, there's no conversation about it. But when it comes out, then you can think logically about it. Well, why is this person doing better at work? Well, because maybe they don't have children, um, they're not running around as much as you are. Maybe maybe you don't have children, maybe you're both, in the same level of situation, but they're doing better. So you can think about, how is it that I can do better, if that is what you want to do, rather than being jealous of that person. What can you learn from that person? Instead of wasting the energy into being jealous, frustrated, animosity, how can I manifest that I can do excellent? And that brings us back to the first topic that I talked about earlier. This is the time to manifest. It's much easier to manifest. So spend your thoughts and your energy on things you want to create that will better your life. All right. With that said, if anybody has any questions, we're at the end of our session together. If anybody has any questions or they just want cards for this week, I'm happy to pull it. I'm gonna do a set of cards for everybody that's watching, that everybody that will be watching later on. How is this week gonna go? Okay. How's this week gonna go for all of us? Okay, interesting cards, right? The lady, the cross. The cross is like a burden. The dog is, of course, friendship, loyalty, right? And the lady is just a female character. So you have a burden that you're carrying, but you have good friends, and there's also a female in your life that's going to help you seek their guidance and seek their support in resolving this burden. That is my 2 cents about that. Um, Okay, I have so many Lisas here. Lisa from California. Just a general card you want? Okay. I'm asking the universe and Lisa's guides, what would you like her to know right now? Okay, I'm going to do one card. Oh, Lisa, you saw me shuffle. Are you ready? Are you ready, Lisa? You're fluffy. You're fluffy. Are you ready for a new fluffy? It's time. Okay. What is it that I can pay more attention to? Okay, Lisa from Wisconsin. Hi, Todd. So nice to see you. Do you have a question? House. Lisa. House. Home, family. Continue praying. Continue praying for your children. Okay? All right. If no one else wants any cards, has any particular questions, I did the week's cards for the week. So thank you for coming, Todd. We talked about manifestation early. The first thing I talked about was manifestation, how our thoughts are directly linked to uh, creation. Todd wants, you're welcome, relationship for you. What advice, what information would you like to share, Todd's guides and master guides, about a relationship for Todd? Okay. Wow. Interesting. These are the same three cards. I've been shuffling. I mean, one of you can write if you've been seeing me shuffle. I will tell you, Todd, about this, but I'm gonna do three more cards. This came up again. Okay. Um, so Todd, this has like become a burden for you, or a burdensome concern for you. But that which you seek, it's closer than you believe. And the other three cards are these. And I believe that um, you kind of know who it is, but you don't want to accept it, or you feel you're not ready for it. Because, well, the stroke is improvement. So the situation is on the verge of improving. Honestly, with this house, I feel that if you yourself settle down and find, like, have a home for yourself, call, I am here, I am staying wherever it is, make it secure. This is your home. Regardless, I know you travel a lot for work, but you'll always go back to that one place. I think once you do that, things are going to shift. That's my 2 cents. Guess what? You know what? I'm going to shuffle these one more time. And um, let me see. I I want to question, because I want to see if the same cards come up again. Okay. Isn't it nice we didn't talk about elections at all, or politics, or anything that is draining everybody? Okay. Um, we want to question. Does somebody else have you want to know if you'll be traveling, Lisa? Okay. Lisa from California. Will she be traveling soon? Soon, I mean in the next 6 months. Hmm. Crossroads, which is neutral. So let me pull one more for you. Okay. Uh, it's interesting, Lisa, that they're in this order, because I believe if you want to travel, you need to travel before you get a dog. Because once you get a dog, it'll be really, really hard to travel, especially the first few months. They're puppies. They need stability. They need a constant uh, consistency between eating and going out and everything. And you'll be fooling yourself if you think that you can do both at the same time. So if you're thinking about traveling, go travel. I would wait until the chaos at the beginning of next month is over, and then go for it. Emma, uh, your energy. You're welcome, Lisa. Emma is requesting wealth. What will her guides like to share with her in order for her to achieve that which she desires with financial security. Okay. Okay. Garden, garden crossroads, and the letter. Well, the garden is social gathering, and of course, the letter is news, invitation. You will be invited someplace, Emma. It'll be a social event, and you will contemplate if you should go or not. If you go, you will have the opportunity to. I'm smiling already. You will have the opportunity to achieve that which you desire, but you will be contemplating going or not. And we always have crossroads, and we always have other opportunities. The universe always supplies. Okay, so we proved that other cards do are in this set. So I'm going to ask a question since for Lisa, she is ready for a new puppy. Um, is it in my highest interest to get a puppy? And a part of me really, really says, I hope not. Talk about self sabotage. The rider, delivery news, the garden, the fish. I think that the rider is neutral, the garden is neutral, and the fish is positive. I think I am good right now without a dog and without dog hair in the house. Even though the munchkins hairs are still coming up as I continue to vacuum from God knows where, but I am good. I'll continue enjoying my neighbor's dogs and maybe travel like Lisa. Lisa, you're welcome to come to the East Coast and visit me. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate all of you and your energy. And look forward to seeing you next Monday night right here. Bye. Of course you can. You can call me. Look forward to talking to you. It's been a while. This is